Hey everyone, it's Shotzi for the Rough Cuts. I hope you have been having a good few days since the last time that I saw you. Tonight I'm going to talk about In a World. This is the directorial debut of Lake Bell, who also wrote the screenplay. Those of you who are fans of the show Children's Hospital will know her name as she plays Cat Black on the show. This also has some of her co-stars from Children's Hospital, such as Rob Corddry and Ken Marino. Some of the other supporting players in this movie include Demetri Martin, Michaela Watkins, Fred Melamed, Nick Offerman. The list goes on, and there are also several cameos, which will be a complete surprise to you when you see this movie. It's a whole lot of fun. Awesome cast. This movie is basically an homage to the voiceover industry. Lake Bell, ever since she was young, has been very fixated with voices. She used to record voices as her character Carol in this movie does as well. And she would study different accents and dialects, and she would try to imitate those. And actually, she studied drama over in England to really further hone her skills and learning how to do accents phonetically. And you can hear her very wide range in this movie, and she does several of her favorite accents and different types of voices in this film. Now, this movie takes place after the death of Don LaFontaine. Any of you who've watched movie trailers prior to 5 years ago when he passed away, you know his voice. He was the most famous voiceover actor possibly in the world, or maybe not in Japan, but in the Western world, definitely. Everyone recognizes his voice. Sometimes on, I think, even the slowest of days, he would do 35 different voiceovers for different types of products. And in this movie, Carol's father, Sam, is the current reigning king of the voiceover industry. However, he's still in the shadow of Don LaFontaine. But on the horizon, there is a man named Gustav, played by Ken Marino, who is supposed to be the next Don LaFontaine. And the big buzz in the voiceover, especially movie trailer business at this point in time, is the resurrection of the phrase, "in a world," which actually was written by Don LaFontaine. And in reality, his estate owns In a World as well as In a World Where. So this movie is talking about who is going to resurrect In a World. And that is taking place in the new trailer for the up-and-coming quadrilogy films Amazon Games, which is not a ripoff of the Hunger Games. This was actually written prior to the Hunger Games movie coming out, so it's just coincidental, Amazon Games and the Hunger Games. Pure coincidence. Carol aspires to try to change the industry to allow more women to be involved in movie trailer voiceovers. Because in this movie, and also in actuality, there really aren't any female voiceover actresses that you hear in film trailers, apart from, I think, Gone in 60 Seconds would be probably the biggest trailer of note to have a woman voiceover actress. And in this, she's trying to change all of that. This movie isn't just talking about the dynamics of the industry of voiceovers. It also has a lot to do with different relationships and family. This is a romantic comedy. I love romantic comedies. I don't care who judges me on that. I absolutely love them. And this one really is good. Some people think it may have spread itself a little too thin because it does cover a lot of bases. It covers relationships between parent and child, especially if the two are in competition with each other. Talks about relationships between sisters, between married couples, and young singles who are trying to find themselves as well as each other. So it really does cover a whole lot of bases, but I think it does it really well. And the people who are in this movie, all of them in real life are friends, and you can really see the chemistry between all of the characters in the film. And so that makes it a whole lot of fun. It's a really good script. In fact, Lake Bell won the Waldo Salt Award at the Sundance Film Festival this year for her screenplay. I especially love the chemistry between her character and Demetri Martin's character, Lewis, in this. They're absolutely adorable. It's precious. Just really, really cute. And plus, I just adore Demetri Martin anyway. But a lot of the really remarkable things in this is that it was only shot in 20 days. There's a karaoke scene in this movie that they shot in just half an hour. And if any of you have ever been involved in any type of feature film, or even short film for that matter, to be able to shoot an entire scene in just half an hour is absolutely phenomenal, especially the significance of this scene. And funny enough, that one scene ate up a whole lot of their budget because of the songs that are used in it, but it's a lot of fun. One of the aspects of this movie that I really like that they talk about extensively is how important a person's voice is and how they convey themselves, because there is mimicry in it, but it's not really in a mocking way. It's more of, you do this and you need to stop it. Mainly talking about girls who talk like this all the time. And they basically describe it as sounding like a really sexy baby. Especially if they do, like, what a lot of people call the vocal fry. Like, where they start to go like this. Or if they talk as though they're ending everything in a question. And a lot of women really need to stop that. Especially if you're past a certain age. You need to start talking like women and not as a squeaky toy or a sexy baby, as they put it in this movie. And they talk about how your voice isn't just something that you have, it's a choice that you have, and how you convey your thoughts. And that really is important. A lot of people don't realize how important your actual voice is. So it's definitely something to consider. Go and watch this movie. You really, really shouldn't be disappointed. It's funny and also witty, well written, well acted. Everything about, I love this movie. Absolutely loved this movie. And you can see how Lake Bell, she's kind of awkward, but in a very charming, very endearing way. And that kind of is how she is in real life. She was here presenting the movie to us tonight. And she's really sweet, and you can really see that in the movie. Go check this out. This is available for wide release on the 23rd of this month. It is currently in limited release in some theaters, I believe in New York City as well as LA right now. But go see it in a world, August 23rd. Until next time, I hope you have many happy days. Goodbye.